What if I turned into a fish? Would you not take care of me? If you turned into a fish, I would leave you. That's ridiculous. You're telling me that if I turned into a fish tomorrow, you would just walk away from it? Yeah. Yes, I would. How the fuck am I going to fuck a fish? Welcome to the Kickin' with Cause Valentine's Day episode. Anthony, Valentine's Day already passed. You can't have a Valentine's Day episode. That's ridiculous. No, what's ridiculous, Tiffany, is that you're 25 and the longest relationship you've ever had was 3 months. That's what's ridiculous. Okay, so this year, why don't you commit to something other than being a whore? Okay, why don't you commit to something other than just pulling your titties out in a CTA bus? Why don't you commit to something other than that? Okay? Why don't you commit to a family and a relationship and long-term goals? Why don't you commit to love and quit committing to cocaine? We're doing a Valentine's Day episode. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Okay? It's my show. It's my show. I don't care. I don't care what you say. Anthony, it's the 16th. You can't do a Valentine's Day episode. I'll do a Valentine's Day episode in the middle of June if I want. I could do whatever the fuck I want. I could pull my dick out on camera. Sure, it might be frowned upon, but I could do it. Oh, but you would lose sponsors and money. That doesn't mean that I can't do it, though. I could do whatever I want. It's my show. It doesn't matter. I could fucking red eye the camera right now. Okay? I could literally start fingering my own asshole. Sure, it'll be frowned upon. Sure, it might get taken off of YouTube, but I could do it. And that's what's so great about that, okay? I'm not going to, okay? But just know that if you guys ever irritate me to the point where I might consider it, I might do it. I might very well do it, and I can do it. And you have the right to unsubscribe, just as I have the right to I don't know. I could slaughter a chicken live. I'm not going to. Actually, I will on the page. That's going to be a Patreon exclusive. I'm going to cut off a chicken's head and we're going to see how long it runs for. Is that inhumane? What is? I mean, who knows? I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, by the way, the Patreon is live. The link to that's down below. The first episode was like 2 hours long. It's $5 if you want to go subscribe. Just go to patreon.com/kickinwithcause. But anyways, happy little Valentine's Day. If you're in a relationship, I hope it fucking crumbles faster than my grades off of Adderall. And if you're not in a relationship, just know that it's all your fault. Okay? I'm not in a relationship by choice. You're not in a relationship by chance. Okay? There's a difference there. There's a little bit of I know the words sound similar, but there is in fact a difference. Okay? And to all of you that are in a happy, healthy relationship, I would just like to remind you that if you do live in the U.S., 50% of marriages do end in divorce, right? So let's, 50% end in divorce, 30% should end in divorce, but it's just like, you have kids and you can't, and you're like, we shouldn't for the children, and you just hate your life. And then there's like 10% of people who like they would get a divorce, but they're just too lazy. And then the last 10% are happy. So, I mean, a lot of people try to aim for that 10%, but just aim for the top 50. Just aim for the top 50, Just settle, just find someone, settle, and hate your life. That's what we're going to preach. Just settle. If you're 30, going on 35, you haven't had a long-term relationship, just settle at this point. Just settle, Just walk up to somebody in a bar and be like, have you killed anybody? And they'll be like, technically one person, but it wasn't really my fault. And you go, that's good enough. Just come home. Just let's go. Let's leave. Who cares? Let's just fucking commit to it. By the way, if all of you could tell your moms to get out of my fucking DMs, that would be great. And that is actually not a joke. For some reason, some of these, slightly older women than me, I'm only 20 years old. Some of these slightly older women decided to roll into my DMs and they're like, hey, sit on my face. And then I click their profile and then their bio says proud mother of 3. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, what's going on? Oh my God. do you want to adopt me? Like, what's going on? I'm confused. I'm not really sure what's happening right now. But it is what it is, man, and I'm happy about it, and I'm happy for you. If you're in a happy little relationship, that's awesome. My favorite thing about Valentine's Day, though, is just thinking about how technically Valentine's Day, like, it was named that after Saint Valentine. Like, it was named after a saint, right? And all I could ever think about is that Saint Valentine, you know, every year this day comes around, and he's like, you know what? Let me look down at all the people, see what wonderful things they're doing for each other. And he looks down, he picks one couple. He's like, oh my, look at that. A box of chocolate. Who doesn't love a fucking box of chocolates? That's beautiful. And then, oh, look over there. Oh my goodness. Somebody's getting proposed to. How beautiful is that? And look at, oh my God. What is that? What is that? Are they tied to a radiator? No. This is not what that's about. What is that? Is that a rope? Is that going into their, oh my, how do you even fit that much up there? Honestly, now I'm kind of, that is, wow. I didn't know that the human body could, that is up there. Oh my God. All I can ever think about is that this is supposed to be just like a fun day for like couples to like embrace each other. And like, it's so beautiful. And I'm sure, and at the time, Saint Valentine had no idea what BDSM was. And so he probably just looks down on people. And he's like, let's look. And he's like, oh, fuck. Is that hot coals? Oh, that can't be good. That can't be that. Oh, who am I? Oh, look at that. I didn't know people could bend like that. Wow. That is not, I don't know what that is, but that's definitely not holy. There's no way that's not a sin. There's no way. There's no way they allow that shit in the Bible. No way, man. Is that an apple in his mouth? What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh, dude. That's my favorite. That's just like, that comes into my head every single year, is I just think about how it's like supposed to be like a holy day. And it's supposed to be like very like, you know, semi-family friendly, and be like, oh, look at how beautiful. Look at how amazing this is. Look at people like embracing each other in love. And then you just like cut to some other couple where like one of them's just like covered in maple syrup or syrup, however you say it. I don't fucking know. That's how I say it. One of the people are just like covered in maple syrup, and they're like, you know, and the other person is just like eating pancakes off of them while they get pegged by some rando. And you're like, okay, I don't know if that's what St. Valentine had in mind, but I mean, I guess do you? I mean, I'm not really sure. I don't think St. Valentine was like, oh yeah. I don't think St. Valentine was like walking around preaching love, and then someone came up to him and they were like, what do you think about a fivesome? And he was like, go nuts. I don't think that's what he said. Listen, all I'm saying is that I don't think St. Valentine would get behind that, literally or metaphorically. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think he was more about spreading love to one another and like being like, you're amazing, you're wonderful just the way you are. I don't think he meant, you know, peg your boyfriend in the back of his minivan. Like, I don't think that's what he meant. But I mean, if you think that's what he meant, that's awesome, you know? And, you know, I hope you have a good time having premarital sex on Valentine's Day, because, you know, you might as well have fun now, because eventually you're going to burn in hell. So that's good. Oh my God. Right? I mean, that's what the Bible says, you know. I mean, and what the Bible says is fact and true, and you should take it 100%, right? You know, have your fun now, right? Yeah. No, go ahead. Wear that condom. You fucking wear that condom. And then I hope it was fun, because I heard those flames are pretty hot. So, you know, just get ready for that. We're having fun. This is fun. We're having fun. No, I'm just kidding at the end of the day. I hope you don't get divorced, obviously, and I hope your relationship is wonderful. Somebody definitely didn't make it this far, and they definitely shut it off at like 8 minutes in, and now they're definitely just like fucking I guarantee somebody's probably in my DMs right now and they're like, how dare you fucking say that I would get a divorce, okay? It's not, all right? We had a kid to save the marriage, so what? It didn't work out, all right? That's the wildest shit to me, too. Where people are always like, oh, did they have a kid to save the marriage? Why would anyone think that would work? Like, most of the times, like, you have a kid and it makes the marriage worse, you know? Like I don't get the whole, have a kid to save the marriage. I don't understand it. Like, if it's already shitty, what makes you think that having a kid's going to make it less shitty? It's going to make it shittier, okay? And listen, if you're out there and you're thinking we need a kid to save the marriage, get a fish first. Get a fish, because this is what's going to happen, right? It's gonna have the same effect, just a lot, instead of having to drop a kid off at the fucking fire station and be like, we can't take care of him anymore. You have a fish and you just flush it down the toilet. It's not a big deal. Like, so what? It dies. It's a fish. It's not a big deal. And I know a lot of people are probably like, but it has feelings too. What? It's a fucking goldfish. We're not going to go there, but okay? Frat kids swallow goldfish and PETA has yet to step in, so I don't think they care that much. So anyways, I think you should just get a fish. If you're thinking about, let's have a kid to save the marriage, get a fish instead, because this is exactly what's going to happen, right? Let's say some dude, right? Let's say it's a dude. Let's say a guy and a girl in a relationship, right? They're married. They think they need to have a kid to save the marriage, but they get a fish instead. They go, let's see if we could take care of a fish to know if we, to see if we could take care of a child. And so one day, the guy comes home and he's had a long day at work. His boss, called him a worthless piece of shit. And he already smoked about 12 cigarettes on his ride home. He's just not having it. The tie's untucked. It's loosened up. And he goes, all he wants to do is sit down and play Xbox for like an hour. Just get his mind off something. Then his girlfriend comes home and she goes, did you feed the fish? And he goes, I'm going to be honest with you, I forgot. And she goes, you know what? She goes, oh, you forgot. Oh, you forgot? Just like Valentine's Day in 2008. Oh, Valentine's in 2008. All right. So what? I slept with your mom. Get over it. All right. You look very similar. And to be honest with you, that's a compliment to your mom. That's a compliment to your mom and to you. Okay. Your mom's a beautiful lady and so are you. And so what? I got mixed up. It was a late drunken night in 2008 and I don't know what you want me to do. Okay. The economy was going downhill. And, I was 12 shots deep. And to be honest with you, you didn't look that different. How was I supposed to know? Okay. You're telling me you didn't feed the fish? No, I didn't feed the fish, okay? I'm sorry. It's going to be fine. It's just a fish. Oh, is that what you're going to say when we have a kid? Oh, it's just a kid. It's just a kid. It's not like they matter. Might as well just throw him away. I'm not going to say that when we have a kid. You know what? Derek? You know what, Derek? All you care about is Fortnite and that fucking whore on Pornhub, okay? So why don't you... All you care about Fortnite... I'm going to get through this one second. All you care about Fortnite... All you care is about Fortnite and jacking off to the fucking Lola Bunny. It's not my fault that she's thick, all right? If you look like that, maybe I would be more sexually attracted to you. Maybe we would have sex more than twice a year if you look like Lola Bunny, goddammit. This marriage is over. It's over. I'm done. This marriage is finished, okay? I knew that you wouldn't be able to take care of a goldfish. I got that goldfish because I knew you would, because what if I turned into a fish? Would you not take care of me? If you turned into a fish, I would leave you. That's ridiculous. You're telling me that if I turned into a fish tomorrow, you would just walk away from it? Yeah. Yes, I would. How the fuck am I going to fuck a fish? How do you expect me to get... I have needs too. I got needs too, Rebecca. I can't fuck a goldfish. I mean, I could, but it's frowned upon. Do you know what my friends would think of me? They would be like, what did you do last night? I'd be like, I fucking, the goldfish sucked me off. They'd be like, fucking, John's out of his goddamn mind. You know what? Maybe I am. I'm trying to find more jokes. I don't know. That was a long bit. I feel like I have a few more. Hold on. No, I think that's it. Yeah. So that's why you should get a fish instead of have a kid to save the marriage, right? That's just, I don't know. I find that weird, I just feel like whenever you have a kid to save the marriage, it just, also a lot of people don't think about it. They're like, let's have a kid to save the marriage. What if that kid sucks? And a lot of people don't want to say that because like it's their kid. And they're like, no, it's my child. They're awesome. But some kids suck. Some kids suck and we don't acknowledge that enough. And maybe that kid is going to suck ass. And then what happens? Now your marriage is shit. This kid sucks ass and you fight all day because your kid sucks. Like, and a lot of people don't want to, they don't want to think about that. Right? And they go, how could you ever talk about your kid that way? Have you met some kids, dude? There's some 5-year-olds running around right now that will just out of absolutely nowhere just kick you in the shins. I think we could all collectively agree that kid sucks ass. That kid sucks ass. It is what it is. I'm preaching to the choir here. Okay. And I know you're sitting there and you're like, you don't know nothing about marriage. You're right. No, you're right. You're 100% right. But we've all seen it. We've all seen it happen. They have a kid. Then the next thing you know, this kid's 6 years old in therapy. And they think that it's their fault that their parents got divorced. And a lot of times it is. But you can't tell the kid that because then it'll fuck them up. But, once they end up, once they're like 16 and they look at you one day and they're like, Dad, did you and Mom divorce because of me? And one time at some point, the dad's going to, he's going to have a little bit too much to drink. He's going to be a little bit upset. And he's going to look the kid right in the eyes. He's going to be like, yeah, we did. 100%. You're a piece of work and we did. And even though it was your fault, it was going to happen anyways, but you definitely sped up the process, like it was going to happen probably in 10 years, but you just, sped up that process to 6 months. So thank you for that. Sincerely. So much. Oh my God. I'm going to name this episode like Valentine's Day Fun or something like that, just so that somebody in a relationship clicks on this and they go, I would love to laugh about cute relationship things. And then like they're like 15 minutes in and they're just like rethinking their entire relationship, just bawling in their bathtub with a glass of wine, just fucking depressed. They're like, I don't. And then their boyfriend comes home from work. Happy Valentine's Day. What's wrong? Are we even, you didn't love me. If I was a goldfish, would you fuck me? Ah! Happy Leif Erikson Day from SpongeBob. I still love SpongeBob as a child. I was a big SpongeBob guy. Huge SpongeBob guy. I still can't do a Trump impression, which isn't as important anymore because he's not, it's not as fun to make fun of him when he's not the president. Like when it's the president, it's funny. But then when they're just like another dude, like it's not as funny. You're like, it's not that funny anymore. I don't know. Oh, also, by the way, I think my Cameos, I don't know if you guys know I'm on Cameo for Valentine's Day. I know it's a little late. I feel like they're still on sale. They might not be. I'm not sure, but if you want to look me up on Cameo, I am on there. If you want me to roast your friend or, just call him a piece of shit. Like, I'll say whatever you want me to say, just so you know, on Cameo, if you want me to do that. Also, one more second thing I want to plug here. Once again, the Patreon, okay? You get an extra episode a week, every single week, a video episode, every single week. 4 extra episodes a month for $5 fucking. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, okay? And I might go insane. I'm not going to lie. It is a lot of extra work. And some of you have reached out and DM me and been like, Anthony, I get it. Like, I love your content, but like, that seems like a lot of work. And I do really appreciate that. But, I want to get content out to the people. And, if one day I collapse, then I collapse. If I collapse, I collapse. So what? It would probably happen eventually. And this is probably just going to speed up the process. So either I'm going to collapse and we're going to need to regroup, or this is going to skyrocket my career. And quite honestly, I'm willing to roll that dice. I already have rolled the dice, rolled said die, and we're going to have a great time. I do have another Valentine's Day thing I want to say. Give me a quick second. I do need some more water. I'm parched. Here's a new thing in current events for Valentine's Day that I want to bring up. Build-A-Bear dropped a new adults-only line of stuffed toys featuring tiny, skimpy silk outfits and bear underwear. That's a lot. That's a lot to unpack. We're gonna unpack this together, but let's all collectively agree that was a lot. That was a lot, and somebody who's a real journalist, right, gets paid take on real stories, sat down at their computer with 60 milligrams of Adderall, because it's the only way you could be a journalist. Sit down on your computer with 60 milligrams of Adderall, and they wrote that headline. So let's unpack that, and now let's unpack the rest of this and how, crazy all of this really is. So this is one of those things where I feel like where a company thinks that they're being progressive, but in reality, it's just something that we never really needed, I realized companies have started to do this recently, right? Because they all want to be progressive. Every company wants to be like, they want to be like, see, we did this. Look at what we did. Look at how much we love others and stuff, and how progressive we are. And it's like, okay, like you just want our money. That's awesome that you're trying to fake us out, but that's cool. But the thing is that I feel like dude, why the fuck is my nose so goddamn itchy? Sorry. I feel like a lot of companies do this. We talked about this before where like M&M, they like made the M&Ms like less hot, and they were like, look at how progressive this is. And it's like, no, that's weird. Like that's just like nobody had a problem with that. And then it's like the same thing with Build-A-Bear. Like, nobody was like, why can't I fucking, why isn't my Build-A-Bear fucking smoking hot? Why can't I build a pussy? Like why, like, why can't I? Like, nobody was asking for that. Like, this is one of those things where, like I was saying, like, a company's like, oh, this is so progressive. Listen, I'm very progressive, but some things shouldn't be progressed. Like, some things are okay where they are. Like, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, Build-A-Bear. That was fine where it was. It's a kid's store. Nobody was walking into Build-A-Bear and was like, no guy walked into Build-A-Bear and was like, yo, why doesn't that bear have fucking double D's? Why isn't that bear fucking hot as shit? Like, what the fuck's going on with this, dude? Like, why doesn't that bear come with a pocket pussy? Like, if somebody walked in your store and say that, you should kick them out. 100%. Like, absolutely. No guys walking into Build-A-Bear on Valentine's Day and going, can you just put the bear in lingerie? I want to give it to my girlfriend and be like, this is how hot you look to me. Like that, look at this bear. You see how this bear's got like such a fat ass? That reminded me of your fat ass, babe. That reminded me of your fucking dump truck ass. So I got a bear with a dump truck ass and a G-string. No, it's weird. It's really weird, and it makes me uncomfortable. Sincerely, it does. Like, okay? Like, nobody, like, the only people that are going to be buying these Build-A-Bears that look skimpy, it's so weird. Like, what? If anything, it's kind of like, we're kind of going backwards. Like, that's kind of like unprogressive, Like, I don't think it's like, and I get they're probably in the realm in their mind where they're like, this is body positivity. This is being confident with your body. This is sexualizing toys. That's weird, Like, it's odd. Like, people already start to, there's a lot of people who go online and jack off to cartoon porn. And now you gave them a Build-A-Bear where, some of them are going to get some ideas. Also, like, how you could squeeze a Build-A-Bear and it says, like, I love you? Like, what are these going to say? You, like, squeeze it? It's like, mommy, like, you squeeze the Build-A-Bear. It's like, fuck me. And it's like, I don't feel comfortable anymore. Like, I don't like this, but I hate this a lot. Like, I hate this a lot. Like, I've seen some, like, also, like, with Build-A-Bear, I've seen some, like, amazing, like, heartwarming stories where, like, some a family member has passed on and, they're gone, but they still had, like, a voice memo, and then somebody put, like, their voice inside of this Build-A-Bear and gave it to someone. That's beautiful. But I don't know if using that same Build-A-Bear to coerce your girlfriend into giving you head, it should be in the same sentence or the same building, or, I don't think it should be. That's just my take on it. I think it's weird and I think it's odd, and I feel like this is going to absolutely fail within the next month. Like, somebody's going to get mad about it. A lot of people, you're probably sitting there and you're like, Anthony, you're the one getting mad about it. I'm not getting mad about it. Like, I mean, like, listen, I think it's hilarious and weird. And, I don't think, because you're kind of just leading yourself to create more problems, because one day some guy's going to walk in with a 5 o'clock shadow and a cigarette in his mouth, and he's going to throw the cigarette in the trash can, still lit, because why not? And he's going to walk in just itching himself, and he's going to go to the front counter, and they're going to be like, sir, can I help you? And he's going to be like, I saw this bear on the TV. And they're like, yes, that is what we sell here. So he's like, it had a bra, and it looked a lot like this girl that I follow. A girl that you follow on Instagram? No, I just follow her around. Like, follow her around on social media? I don't. Sure, let's say that. I don't. It looks a lot like this girl that I follow. Like, she knows that I follow, but like it's within 100 feet, of course, because of court orders. But like the bear looked a lot like her, and I was wondering if you had that in stock. Do you have that one in stock? Because I would love to purchase it. You're gonna get a bunch of weirdos. Is my point. You're gonna get a bunch of weirdos coming in the store. They're going to be like, that bear looks a lot like Zendaya, And they're going to be like, can I take that home with me? And you're going to be like, I don't, Like, a lot of guys are going to, like, a lot of weird men are going to walk in. And they're going to be like, that bear looks sexy. Can I buy it? And then you're going to be like, I don't, like, nothing you said was technically wrong, but I don't want you to, no, you can't. I'm not sure if you're allowed to anymore. Like, that's, right? That would be like saying the obvious when you're like watching Euphoria. Like, everyone's just enjoying the show, and then you're just like the weirdo that's like, Sydney Sweeney has great tits, and you're like, we were thinking that, but when you say it out loud, it makes it weird. Like everybody was enjoying the show, and we were just ignoring that her tits were out, and you just made it weird, so you have to leave now. Like, you like go to the store, and they're like, the weird guy's there, and you're like showing this weird guy bears at Build-A-Bear, and you're like, what about this one? And he's like, meh. And you like show him another one, and he's like, ugh. And you're like, you have to leave. Don't do that again. Oh my God. We're gonna move on. That's enough of talking about, bear pussy or build a bussy. Build a bussy. That's what they should name the online store. That's enough Build-A-Bear jokes. I don't know. Anyways, I think I got one more Valentine's Day joke. Actually, we got a lot. I mean, I did say it was going to be a Valentine's Day episode, not on Valentine's Day, because it is my show, and I'll fucking do what I want. So where was it? I always have to write shit down because I have so many jokes, and if I don't write it down, like the topic, then like I'll fucking forget about it and remember a month later, and that's never good. Oh, couples. I've been saving. This joke has been on my notes, or this topic, we should say. I mean, joke, I guess. This joke has been on my notes probably since episode 2. But I refrained from talking about it because I always had so much shit to talk about. And like in my head, I was always like, you know what? When Valentine's Day comes around, that's going to be a good time to talk about. And today's the fucking day, bitch. I finally get to talk about it. Couples who work out together. I hate them. And I'm not talking about the couples that just go to the gym at the same time and work out at the same gym. Or like maybe like one couple that, they like spot their partner. Or like maybe they like, they like work in together on like a machine. I don't care. Like they're just like a workout buddy. Like that's fine. But the couples that I'm talking about are the ones, dude, that are like doing like push-ups and like kissing each other at the top and like interlocking on sit-ups, or like, they're like cradling each other on their back and they're like doing squats while they're like staring into each other's eyes. Stop it. Call me a hater. I don't fucking care. Call me a hater. Call me a bitch. Call me a loser. Be like, stop yelling, cause I need to yell because this is important to me. It's fucking weird. And a lot of these people are going to be sitting there and they're going to be going, well, you're just mad because you don't have somebody that you're so close to. No, I'm mad because you're fingering each other while I'm trying to bench in the corner. Okay? That's why I'm upset. I'm upset because you're fucking grinding on each other in the middle of this public gym while I'm just trying to curl, okay? I just want a little bit of mirror space. Meanwhile, you guys are fucking each other in the corner. And you're like, well, why don't you just mind your business? How could I not look? How do you expect me not to look? You're essentially baiting me at that. You're baiting me to look at you. I have to look. I have to. Okay? Listen, I have no problem with you working out with your significant other. But when you're squatting, but when your girlfriend is sitting on top of your cock while you're doing shoulder press, there's a line. There is a line, and at some point you need to understand that you cross it, and you do every fucking time. It's weird. You don't need to be so close to each other, okay? They'll be like this couple who are on their fourth set of fucking Kegels together, and they're like, they're like sitting on each other's laps, staring into each other's eyes, and now I have to walk over there and tap on your shoulder, and I'm like, hi, are you guys done dry humping? And can I use this bench? Right? You know what I'm saying? And like after a while, they're like, they like kiss each other between reps, and it's like, honestly, I'm just going to go home. I don't need to bench today. And I don't want to, because it's fucking weird. All right? I don't need to see all that. Why can't you? I don't understand it. Okay? There's 22 other hours in the day. Even if you're at the gym for 2 hours a day, you're telling me you can't fucking refrain from eye fucking each other for 2 hours, dude? For 2 hours. 2 simple hours. You're telling me you can't refrain from eye fucking each other for 2 hours a day. That's all I'm asking for. That's it, man. Seriously, I get severely upset. Like when they do like couples workouts together, like they'll be like, this couple will like go to the gym, and like one of them will be like, benching their partner. Why are you even here? Why are you even here? Oh, I'm in a bencher. How cute is this? They have a machine made to do that, actually. Okay? You don't need your girlfriend to sit on your face. You could actually just squat. There's actually a squat rack. Okay? If you were going to just shove your face into fucking, into your girlfriend's hoo-ha, you could do that at home on your own time. Okay? But for right now, go use the squat rack or get the fuck out of the gym, because it's bothering me. It's bothering me. And listen, a lot of people are probably going to disagree, and they're going to be like, Anthony, they're just in love, okay? They just like to... Listen, dude, I had a girlfriend once, okay? We were together for a while. Not once did I suggest that she came and work out with me, dude. Ever. I hate when people are with me when I work out. I hate it. I don't like when others are with me. I don't even really like it when friends work out with me, because it slows me down, and it kind of just... we just waste a lot of time together screwing around. Some of these couples spend 3 hours at the gym because for an hour and a half, they were making out. And I get, that you're together and it's amazing and it's wonderful and you love each other, but you could love each other on your own time. Okay? It's weird. I don't even know what else to say on it except that it bothers me. Dude, I saw sometimes that like some dude would like sit underneath his girlfriend's ass, like I witnessed this with my own eyes, and I wish I never did. Literally laying underneath his girl while she squats, and each time her ass comes like an inch between his face. Do you want pink eye? Is that the goal? If that's the goal, then you're doing a great job. But literally, I can't, man. I fucking can't. It upsets me so much. So much. Go home. Do this shit on your own time. See people on TikTok all the time. They're like, when you're the love of your life is also your best friend and you work out together, fucking gun to my head. Gun to my head. If I had a girlfriend and she sat on my lap mid-bench, I'd sucker punch her in the jaw. And I don't listen. And I don't support that. You shouldn't hit anybody. You shouldn't assault people. You should go to jail if you do. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But if your significant other sits on your genitals if my significant other sat on my genitals while I have 225 pounds over my head, they're getting slept. I don't care what gender they are, they're getting slept. I feel that way sincerely. They're getting slept. It doesn't matter. Okay? If you sit on my genitals while I have 225 pounds over my skull, I'm going to wake up Chris Breezy, and I mean that. From the bottom of my heart, I mean that shit. I don't care if it's wrong. I don't care if it's politically incorrect. I will rock their shit. I mean that sincerely. Also, if in the future a girlfriend of mine ever suggests, she's like, what if we like made out in between your sets? If she tried to sit on my lap while I have weight over my head, I'm breaking up with her, and I'm going to have to leave the gym. And I'm going to have to change gyms, and that's a hassle. And that's something that I don't want to have to go through, but I'm going to have to change gyms, possibly even move states. That's what it's going to come to. That's what it's going to come to, and I don't want it to come to that, but if you pull some stupid little shit like that, we're done. We're done. Sure, listen, if you have a home gym and you want to fucking finger each other between sets, go nuts. Go nuts. It's in the privacy in your own home, and you're in the right to do that. But when you're in a public gym, if you get anywhere near each other, dude, okay, if maybe once or twice when you're in the gym, if you walk past each other and, maybe you're just screwing around, no one's going to care, maybe you slap their ass or something like that. No one's going to mind, all right? But the moment that you're fucking locking, okay, the moment that you're face fucking each other while you're doing push-ups, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm going to move on from this because I feel like we've drawn this out a little bit too far, but I just feel so strongly about my hatred towards it that I needed to bring it up. Oh my God. Dude, also, one more thing about Valentine's Day is it's so crazy. Like, it's always so funny to me seeing all, like the on and off couples that you're never really sure when they're together. And I feel like I've brought this up before, but I'm going to say it again because I feel like I brought it up a while ago, but it's always so funny to see couples on Valentine's Day that are can't believe it's been, 1 year around the sun with my favorite person on earth. And it's you were broken up for those 3 months. So I'm not really sure, where these calculations are coming from, but they're incorrect, right? You can't just break up for 3 months and then count those 3 months, right? Because you fucked 3 other girls during those 3 months. So, I don't know if you were together, right? 9 months around the sun, or that's not, that doesn't really make sense. But, you could, if you say 9 months, sure. But, every single year, Valentine's Day comes around, and sometimes, I might get a little bitter. Sure, I might. And, I might see a couple that, just last week, they were both fucking different people, but then all of a sudden it's Valentine's Day, and they're happy 1 year. I don't know if that is. And if I'm feeling a little crazy, I might swipe up and let you know. Okay? And a lot of people don't like that, by the way. I've said it to someone before that I didn't directly say it, but I said that saying where I was it's crazy when people break up, then they fuck other people for 3 months and they get back together, but they count those 3 months. I said that around someone that done that before. They didn't take it well. They didn't love that I said that. And it wasn't directed towards them, right? But if the shoe fits, wear it. So that's just all I'm going to say on that. Hey everybody, this is not an ad. This is Kaz the next day, because midway through this episode, Kaz started seeing spots. So we had to stop. I'm not kidding. I almost passed out. I needed it. So essentially, just to kind of keep you in the loop, I'm not exactly sure where we left off. But essentially what happened yesterday was I was sitting here, and then I think I got through 30 minutes. I think it was a good 30. And then the remainder 20 was just every minute I would fucking need to put the microphone down and take my headset off because I was getting real hot. Then I changed shirts. Then I was oh fuck, what's going on? And then I didn't know what was happening. And then I started tingling, and then I was like, I'm gonna shut the camera off. So that's what happened. And then I decided, I was like, I can't record anymore today because I thought I was gonna pass out. It's literally 13 degrees outside. My body was so overheated. Like I had so much heat radiating throughout my body, and it wasn't the sex appeal that you guys are used to. Not that kind of heat. It was like my internal body temperature was like 150 degrees, and I sat outside in 13-degree weather for dead ass 15 minutes. It wasn't until 15 minutes hit that I was like, it's a little cold out here. Like I was fucking out there. I was out there. I don't know, man. Yesterday also, it also ran into me not having the best sleep. I'm not going to lie to you, dude. Sometimes, I don't talk about this much on here, but sometimes, dude, the anxiety just wants to beat the fuck out of me. Just wants to fucking hang me from a ceiling fan and beat me like a piñata, and it busted me open last night. I don't think I went to bed until like 3. There was at one point, I don't know if you guys ever been here, where just, I don't even know how to explain it if this doesn't happen to you, but essentially, you know, your head hits the pillow, and you're just like, fucking dude, somebody's trying to kill me. And I can't explain it. I can't explain it, but it's just fucking, dude, my head hits the pillow. Sometimes the anxiety just wants to kick the living fuck out of me. Normally it only happens in the morning, right? I open my eyes and I'm like, fuck, something's wrong. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to find out. And normally that's what happens in the morning. But instead, for some reason, it was like 11. I hit my head on the pillow and I was like, I'm fucking, dude, somebody's in my closet. And obviously they weren't, but like you just start thinking these thoughts, and I'm like, you know, and then I'm sitting there and I'm like, I wonder what Russia's doing right now. Maybe fucking Putin is gonna nuke me and I'm gonna die tomorrow. And I'm like, these are terrible things to be thinking about when I'm falling asleep. Next thing I know, it's 3 a.m. I haven't slept, and I wake up at 6 and it's 3 hours and then I'm like, dude, I'm fucking wired right now. Okay? I'm fucking wired. I don't know what's going on, man. Yeah, but anyways, what the fuck was I gonna say, man? We had good topics. We had a good joke. Fucking cock-sucking piece of shit. Motherfuck, man. Sometimes my brain just be fucking me. Oh, I was talking about earlier in this episode about the Patreon. Listen, I take back everything I said. Maybe don't subscribe because, dude, I think that anxiety that I was having last night, I think I'm just severely overwhelmed. I think I lowballed the Patreon. I was like, listen, it's difficult. I didn't think about how difficult it was going to be without an editor. But I was like, like Monday, Tuesday, like I was doing like 12-hour days back to back. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I know like Gary, you know, there's probably some Navy SEAL out there that's like, you just don't want it bad enough. You know what? I need to rest. I need to sleep. If you can't work 12 hours a day, you know? I'm sure there's some guy online that, like, if I look it up right now, he's like, dude, I was eating, I had to drink my own piss in the back of an alley for 3 years straight just to make it. I was scraping pennies. I was shitting it in a garbage bag. I didn't even use my toilet because I didn't want to. You had a toilet? Yeah, I didn't use it though. I didn't fucking use my toilet because my toilet's a luxury. I think that's just basic hygiene. Oh, dude, I used to fucking wake up every day at 4 a.m. Go to bed at 4 a.m. I would sit there and I'd blink and I'd be like, boom, rested. I just fucking blink, fucking boom. Right like that. Blink, right back in action. Now, unfortunately, I can't do that. Okay, these 12-hour days are kicking my ass. And I think I'm going to have to stop the Patreon. Don't worry, though. If you're listening and you're like, fuck, I paid. It's okay. I'll refund everybody. Obviously, I'm not a dick. But I do feel bad because, like, I know you guys were, like, hoping for more. But I'm going to be honest with you. No Patreon until I get a fucking editor, man. This shit's a nightmare. I'm extremely overwhelmed. Seriously. I need to sleep, man. Also, if I'm freaking out about getting things done and then I wake up on 3 hours of sleep, well, now we're going to have a shit episode. Or it's just going to be me saying deranged, psychotic things for an hour and a half, which is also not great. Can be funny, but also concerning. So, yeah, I think we're going to have to stop the Patreon for that reason. Would you look at that? Kaz forgot to hit record on the camera. Fuck me. Damn it. What did we leave off on? Did I finish up talking about couples who work out together? I feel like I did. But I mean, it's a new day. Maybe I have new jokes on it. I'm not sure. I hate couples who work out together. I feel like I covered that for like a good 10 minutes here. I don't know. They just bother me. I don't like when they get too close. I don't like. Also, dude, by the way, you ever notice, like, I never know, like, who's together and who's just, like, a creepy trainer. So you never know when you need to, like, step in, you know? Because, like, sometimes there'll be, like, dudes showing their girlfriends, like, how to squat or whatever, you know, because they think that their girlfriend never, you know, squatted in their life. And so, you know those guys, dude? They, like, pretend. I don't know. It's, like, the only good thing they have going for them in their life. They can, like, pretend that, like, they're, like, so superior or whatever. Like, dude, I watched this one dude who was like, listen, we're not body shaming here, but like, let's just cut to the point. His girlfriend was in better shape than he was. So therefore, you would like to think that his girlfriend probably has more knowledge in the gym. But just because this guy's a dude, he thought he was like an alpha fucking male. And this guy's like showing her how to do bicep curls. And I'm like, listen, buddy, like, I think she could squat you on her fucking back right now. I think she could squat you. Also, I think if you act out of line, she might throw you in between those quads and pop you like a grapefruit. Pop your dome off your body. Dude, I wouldn't mind somebody squeezing my head and popping it like a grapefruit between their thighs. I just thought about, I'm not going to lie to you, that originally was a joke, and then it became very sexual in my mind, and I can't get it out. Okay? Something about that, dude. Honestly, Confessions with Kaz, sometimes I watch women's UFC, and I'm like, I wouldn't mind getting my shit rocked by one of them. I don't know what that means. I think it's just a thought sometimes. You know, you think about it and you're like, I don't know, my mind's just all over the place. I don't actually mean that. But then I have a dream about it and I'm like, no, I did want that to happen. And that's a problem. And I should go to therapy. That's, you know, dude, I don't know. There was a time in my life when I was really into Ronda Rousey. I was like, there's just something about a woman that, you know, instead of having words with me, if I step out of line, she'll put me right back in it. Damn right. She'll grab me by my ear, and then she'll fucking roundhouse my jaw, and then I'll wake up in the back of her Kia. Sorry. And then I'll wake up in the back of her Kia Soul on a bag of ice, and she'll be like, did we learn from our actions today? And I'll be like, yes, I did. I'm sorry. Dude, Ronda Rousey, dude, she's got to be a wild bitch, man. Wild. Absolutely wild. I'm sure she would beat the fuck out of me. I wouldn't mind it either. I'd let her do it. Also, I hate the guys. I've said this before, dude. Maybe somewhere. Maybe I made a TikTok a while ago. I'm not sure. But I hate the dudes that like just see some chick, some girl who's in the UFC, and like just because they're a girl, they're like, oh, dude, I could totally kick her ass. But fucking Brent, you are 5'6", 135, bro. You can't even fight yourself. You can't even beat your anxiety. Fuck you think you're going to beat Ronda Rousey's ass, bro. You can't even. You have to take vitamins because your bones are too frail, okay? She doesn't have to try. They're like these dudes, right? And they're like Ronda Rousey could obviously, all that, you know, they just, even like some bigger guys, they think they're like, even guys my size, dude. I'm 6'2", like 90 maybe. Maybe I'm a little lighter right now. Maybe I'm like 185. But let's say 6'2", 185, dude. Not a doubt in my mind that Ronda Rousey would put me in a fucking coffin. Put me in an early grave. Not a doubt. I wouldn't step in the ring with her ever. Not a chance. But there's guys out there that would be like, yeah, dude, I could kick her ass. No, you can't, dude. She will sleep you. She will put you in a coma. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. Anyways, let's move on. Let's talk about Kanye West. Kanye's absolutely off his fucking rocker, dude. Kanye's gone out of his mind. Julia Fox broke up with him. Let's start there. Actually, let's read what Julia Fox put on her Insta story because I thought it was the funniest shit I've ever read in my life, and I screenshotted it. I was going to read it next week, but since yesterday I passed out, I might as well just read it now. Listen to this. This is what Julia Fox wrote on her story. She broke up with Kanye on Valentine's Day, and this is what she wrote. Y'all would love if I was so upset. The media would love to paint a picture of me, a sad, lonely woman crying on a plane by myself, but it's not true. Why not see me for what I am, which is a number one hustler? I came up, y'all, LOL. And, dude, why did she throw in an... I think she threw in an LOL because she, like, felt it was getting too serious. You know when you do that? Like, when you send someone, like, a serious message, you're like, dude, like, I'm like you're a garbage piece human. And I fucking hate you. And then they're like, and then like at the end, and then you like read it back and you're like, LOL. You know? Or like your friend owes you money and you're like, dude, like, I don't mean to be that guy, but like you owe me $500 and you better fucking get me the money tomorrow. And then you read it back and you're like, LOL. Period. Anyways, let's keep going. I came up, y'all, LOL. And not only that, but Kanye and I are on good terms. I have love for him, but I wasn't in love with the man. Jesus Christ, what do you think I am, 12 years old? And for the record, the only time I cried in 2022 was on February. Okay, this part was just fucking, this actually threw me off the fucking rails. She adds in to this fucking, I don't know if she's like yelling at people or like what's going on. And she goes, and for the record, the only time I cried in 2022 was on February 6th on my dead BFF's B-Day. That was just, like absolutely no reason to include that. Absolutely, like, listen, I'm sorry. Like, that's terrible. But like, absolutely no reason we needed to include that in the slightest. Because that would be like me being like, guys, fucking look at me. Look at how great we're doing. Look at how great this fucking podcast is doing. Look at how awesome this is. And the only time that I cried this month was when my dog got hit by a car and I watched him die in front of me. And I held him in my arms while his head played fucking dinged around the highway like a fucking pinball machine. And you're like, what? We didn't need that. Like, it's such an odd thing. And then she goes, anyway, if you want the full tea, you're gonna have to buy the book when it comes out. Dude, no one's buying the book. A lot of people are gonna buy the book. That's not true. But I mean, what is she gonna write? What is she gonna write? What, first page of the book? I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems. That's gonna be the first page. The first page of her book. Well, what is a muse? Well, I mean, you know, I was just Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems. And that's just going to be the first page of the book. And then the rest of the book is just going to be blank. It's going to be fill in your own story, you know? Fill in what you feel is right. Fill in what you feel is right. Oh my God. I don't even know what she's going to talk about. The fucking second line of the book. This is the story of the 2 weeks I dated Kanye West for clout. That's what it's going to say. I mean, that's what she did. That's exactly what she did. She didn't date him because she was in love with him. Obviously, she's not 12. We heard her say that. And I mean, it's just so like, what is she even going to write about? Anyways, Kanye, let's really talk about him. Julia Fox, let's forget about her. Kanye, I mean, he's losing it. It's sad, but then at the same time, because he's famous, people will make fun of him, so it doesn't matter. So that means I can too, right? Isn't that like, you know what the craziest thing about this is like, I always find it funny how people like preach mental health and like how they're like, people can't control that. You shouldn't make fun of them for that. And then yet when somebody's famous, we just throw those rules out the window. Like, imagine if like Kanye was just like your uncle or something like that. And then you just like, you have to be like you would be like, this is concerning. Uncle Ye is like posting death threats about Aunt Kim's new boyfriend. Like, that's what he's doing. He's like posting death threats to Pete. Not directly, but like, I mean, when you get an old picture and draw an X over somebody's face, like, that's some serial killer energy. Like, that's, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not like a regular thing you do. You don't like just get a picture and you're like, I'm going to put an X over their head because I don't really like them that much. No, you put an X over somebody's head when you want to fucking murder their family and them. You know what I'm saying? Also, he started calling him Skeet. I don't know where he made that up from, but it's hilarious. I don't even know where he got it from, but it's so funny. I think it's hilarious. But he started calling Pete Davidson Skeet. Too funny. But he also, at the same time, he's just, what I was going to say is, like, people, like, rip Kanye to shreds. And, like, listen, I'm about to make fun of him as well. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I have made fun of him prior to the last couple of minutes here. But I'm saying, I just find it so weird. I mean, I'm on the side where, like, I feel like you should be able to joke about pretty much anything, you know? I mean, obviously there are lines, and, like, we, like, you know, subconsciously it's in your head. You're like, you know, there's some things that you're like, okay, yeah, we know what those lines are. But, like, all of you that listen here, I mean, it's just so weird to me that, like, everybody on the internet, when somebody's famous and they're going through a mental breakdown, we're like, oh, this bitch is fucking crazy. Like, fucking, like, Britney Spears or whatever. Or like Lindsay Lohan, dude. She was like clearly on drugs or something at one point and like clearly going through something. And we all just thought it was fucking hilarious. Like imagine if that was like your sibling. You would be like genuinely worried. And if anybody made fun and if anybody like joked about it, you'd drop their ass. But instead, since it was some girl that we saw on TV, we were all like, this is fucking great. She's like addicted to meth. Please give her a reality show. And like what's wrong with us? You know? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Now, I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I did the same shit and I do the same shit. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something spectacular, wonderful, amazing. This, I thought this was nuts. This bored Russian security guard stands accused of drawing little eyes on this $1.3 million painting, The Three Figures, with a pen. It was his first day and his last. Because, dude, how do you get a job at a museum, see something that's up on the wall, and go, fucking, I don't like how they don't have eyes. I don't like how they don't have eyes. That's, like, illegal. Is that a federal crime? Right? To, like, take care of, or like, what is it called? Or like do, what you call it? Vandalize like art like that? Right? Like, isn't that crazy? Like, you're like totally not allowed to do that, obviously. Like, obviously not allowed to do that, but I just don't know how illegal it is. Like, can you go to jail for like a couple of years for that? I feel like you should, right? I mean, that would be like me walking like in the art museum downtown and they would be like, this is our Van Gogh. And then I'm like, oh, really? How about I fucking put my fist through it? And I just, this is our Van Gogh. Fucking, why is it called a Van Gogh if it didn't fucking move, dude? Didn't go anywhere when I fucking swung at it, dude. Didn't fucking move when I swung, bitch. Van Gogh. What do you mean Van Gogh, dude? Didn't go fucking anywhere. Went right through my, the only place it went is right through my fucking fist, dude. Sorry I'm so fucking fast, okay? They should have known that I was a fucking wipeout at the karate dojo, you fucking bitch. I don't fucking know what you want me to say, bitch. Fucking bitch. Should have known, man. They're like yelling at, sir, that's an historical painting. I'll make you history too, white boy. Oh. I'll make you history too, bitch. Pull up. Make you history too. Post up, bitch. Let's go. Post up. Post up, bro. I'll box. Dodge and weave, baby. But yeah, anyways, let's keep moving on here. Moving on. You can build You can buy a missile silo is for sale. an old missile silo for $380,000. I'm going to be honest with you. That's like a steal. That's a steal. 100%. Like, that's got to be a steal. I mean, $380K? That's a steal. Sure, it's a little rusted inside. It could use a little bit of work. It's not the most family-friendly of environments. But, I mean, the way that this world is going, and, Putin's, like, edging nuclear war, shit's just not going great. And at the end of the day, maybe buying that silo won't be the worst idea ever because, it's like in the middle of Kansas. Nobody's going to try and nuke Kansas. No one gives a fuck who's out there at all. They got tornadoes to worry about, okay? They got the Wicked Witch of the West to worry about, all right? They got fucking Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears. Or not, that's not what it is. Dude, actually, crazy enough, I just brought that up. Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears, dude. Goldilocks is a fucking criminal. And she should have gone to jail. Everybody, dude, I remember when I was younger, I always thought that it was like the bears. Because you're like, oh, they're bears. They're mean. Dude, these bears, they're making an honest living. They're living out in the woods. They got their own little house. And this dumb white bitch decides to walk through their front door and decides that she could just touch whatever she wants, dude. She should have got shot and buried in their backyard. I mean, she just, out of nowhere, right? Fucking silly little white girl walking around in the woods. She fucking lucky she didn't get kidnapped and thrown in a cellar. Okay, she's lucky she didn't. Second of all, finds a random house in the woods, goes, yeah, these people probably are dying for company, right? Yeah, that's why they have a house in the middle of the fucking woods. And then walks in, notices that's no one's home, dude. If you knock and the door's open and you hear no one's home, you fucking leave. You walk out the back door, okay? You fucking leave and you go on about your way. But no, she walks in. She goes, oh, look at this hot porridge. Let me eat their food. Then she goes, you know what? Let me sleep in their fucking beds. That girl should have been murdered. And then like the story's like, oh, that's just Goldilocks. Dude, Goldilocks that's breaking and entering, okay? Somebody call the police and fucking get her arrested. Goldilocks is a criminal. Anyways, last thing I wanted to bring up here, since it is the Valentine's Day episode, I saw this girl. She got back from a date. This guy, it was a Tinder date. He took her. I don't know how she agreed to this. He took this girl to a shooting range. A shooting range. Did she swipe right on Rittenhouse? What's going on here? Who the fuck? A shooting range? Dude, if Jeffrey Dahmer was around today, you know how easy it would have been for him? Do you know how fucking easy it would have been? Tinder? Do you know how fucking easy it would be? He would be like, hey, I have this great spot in the woods. These silly little fucks on Tinder would be like, oh my God, I love a picnic. A picnic? You're going to fucking end up in a ditch. What do you mean you love a picnic? Jeffrey Dahmer would have loved it, dude. Serial killers? I'm surprised there's not more serial killers nowadays. Like, where did they go? You have the internet. You know how fucking easy it is to murder people? Look, I'm not a serial killer, but I could kill 10 people without getting caught. With the internet? Are you fucking kidding me? What, you just use some fake name, some fake picture, you get some silly little bitch to meet you at a fucking IHOP in the middle of nowhere, and then they go, hey, that's not you, and you go, I put on a little weight. They go, okay, whatever. You eat breakfast or dinner or lunch, whatever. You can get whatever the fuck you want. You can get fucking pancakes at 12 at IHOP. It's beautiful. That's America, baby. It's gorgeous. And you go there, and you're sitting at this table, and then they go, I got this great spot that I would love to take you to. It's a beautiful way to see the stars. And this silly little bitch goes, I just met you, but you seem fun. Why not? You go out in the middle of the woods, and they go, I can't see the stars from here. And then they go, they knock you with the back of the gun, and then they go, poof, 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 poof. And they go, God, this is easy. And then they just bury you. And then when everybody goes, where did she go? And they go, well, the last we saw her, she was on a Tinder date. Well, that guy's not real because it was a catfish. Boom, done. I could murder one person a week. I'm not going to lie. How long would it take me to get caught? Probably not long at all. I mean, no. I mean, how long? I mean, forever. I don't think they would ever find me. Now, look, and this isn't okay. I just like to make it clear. I have no intentions on murdering anybody. But all I'm saying is that if I was going to murder someone, it wouldn't be that hard. Okay? It'd be pretty easy. Okay? Sincerely. And you're probably like, oh, but Anthony, there's cameras. Not in the middle of Kansas, there isn't. Not in my missile silo where I bring all the bodies. Think about that. Dude, that missile silo, someone's going to buy it, and they're either going to turn it into like a nuclear war space, or it's going to be Epstein 2.0 in the middle of Kansas. And then they're going to... And that's not funny. That's not funny, okay? But I mean, you got it right. A private island? That's too flashy. Missile silo? No one's asking what's going on down there. No one cares. No one's going to ask. No one's going to ask. Sure, it's going to be harder to coerce people because before, it was easy. It was like, how would you like to go on a private jet and come to my private island? You were like, fucking, that sounds great, man. That sounds great. And the next thing you know, you're like, why is Bill Clinton here and why is his pants off? And it's like... But instead, this time, it's going to be a little harder. It's a missile silo in Kansas. You look at it and you're like, hey, how would you like to come to my missile silo? And you're like, and then you're like, we have indoor bowling. And you're like, fucking grab my shoes, baby. I'm coming. Somebody grab my bowling shoes. I'm on my way, baby. That's not funny. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my God. Okay. So, anyways, guys, we're going to wrap it the fuck up because I said so. And yeah, sorry if this episode was like kind of choppy. I passed out. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I think I think there's going to be no Patreon anymore. I'm sorry about that. Don't worry, everyone who subscribed is going to get refunded. It's just too much work right now. As soon as I get an editor, like in the future, I think that'll change. And I'll eventually have a Patreon. But for now, we are gonna just have this little episode once a week. So share with your friends. Make sure rate and review on Apple and Spotify. And that's it, babe. I think that's it. Subscribe. Get some merch. All good shit. Also, there's a Discord. I will keep that around even though there's no Patreon anymore. The Discord, you could chat in there, talk podcasts, not talk podcasts, talk whatever the fuck you want. And that's it, baby. Peace out. We're going to end every episode like I always do. 2 claps and a Ric Flair. So we're going to get 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! See you next week.